Welcome back to the MA English Cafe. I'm still a little bit embarrassed. Just before we started, I tried to show Jenny a funny cat video, but instead of tagging her, I accidentally messaged my old boss with a link and the words, "You have to see this, it's hilarious." It was a total social media fail. So today, we're talking about something very important. English for social media. Mastering the language of comments and posts.
Well, Ben, that's a perfect example of why this is such an important topic. Social media isn't just about fun pictures and short videos. It has its own special vocabulary, and if you don't master it, you can find yourself in some pretty funny or even awkward situations. We're going to dive into all the details from common terms to trending topics so that by the end of this episode, you'll be a social media English pro.
Let's start with the basics. A lot of our listeners are probably familiar with terms like a profile or a feed. Your profile is your personal page where you have your bio, a short description of yourself. Your feed is the constant stream of posts you see from your friends or the people you follow. These are fundamental terms, but it's important to know them. And what about DMs, Jenny? I know that's a big one.
A huge one. DM stands for direct message, or on some platforms, a PIA, which is a private message. It's a way to talk to someone one-on-one, and it's completely different from a public post. This is a very common abbreviation. Don't be like my uncle who thought a DM was some kind of strange medical condition. We also have the verb to tag someone. This is when you use the @ symbol followed by their username to link to their profile in a post or a comment.
Ah, yes, like I tried to do with you. When you tag someone, they get a notification. It's a way of saying, "Hey, this is for you," or "Look at this with me." And the mention is very similar. It's when you include someone's username in a post or a comment, but it's not always a link. It's more of a public reference. So many different words, so many different functions.
And what about the actual posts themselves? On Instagram, you share a post, which is a photo or video that stays on your profile. But you can also post a story, which is a short video or photo that disappears after 24 hours. The different apps have their own specific vocabulary, and knowing the difference is key to your English fluency.
My mistake with my boss was definitely a classic example of not knowing the right context. I should have written, "Hey, I saw a great article on professional networking that might be useful for the team," instead of just sending him a random cat video. It was not a professional use of the word hilarious at all.
Well, at least you learned a valuable lesson. And to help our audience learn valuable lessons in a much more fun way, if you're enjoying this conversation, please hit that like button right now. It really helps us know you're enjoying the content and want more like it.
And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the MA English channel. We've got so many more helpful English lessons coming your way to help you improve English and boost your fluency in every part of your life, even in the digital world. All right, so we've covered the basics. Now let's jump into the wild, fast-moving world of social media slang and acronyms. These are everywhere, and they can be really confusing if you don't know them. Let's start with a few easy ones. We have LOL, which means laughing out loud, and OMG for oh my god. These are great for English speaking practice because people use them so often in casual conversation, not just in writing.
Exactly. And we also have some others that are very common. BTW stands for by the way. IMHO means in my humble opinion. And then there are some that refer to specific types of posts, like TBT, which means Throwback Thursday, or FBF for Flashback Friday. These are real English used by millions of people every single day.
Oh, I have a story about that. I once saw a post from a friend with the hashtag TBT, and it was a picture from last weekend. I told her, "That's not a throwback. That was last week." And she just laughed and said, "It's a joke, Ben." I felt so old. I just didn't get it. I'm a bit of a grandpa when it comes to social media slang sometimes.
It's a fast-moving world. And speaking of fast-moving, we have the concepts of something going viral and something that is trending. When something goes viral, it means it has been shared very, very quickly by a huge number of people. A trending topic, on the other hand, is a subject that is very popular at a specific moment in time, often shown on a list on a social media app. It's a key part of English comprehension to understand the difference. You can say, that video about the dancing dog went viral, or the new movie is the #1 trending topic right now.
The terms are constantly evolving, and a meme is another one. It's a funny image, video, or piece of text that is copied and shared widely, often with slight variations. A hashtag is also a great way to talk about something specific. You just put a hash sign, hash, in front of a word or phrase, and it categorizes your post.
And what about the more casual slang words? We have words like flexing, which means showing off, or roasting, which is making fun of someone in a lighthearted way. It's important to understand the tone of these words. You wouldn't want to roast your boss in a professional setting, but you could roast your best friend for wearing a funny shirt.
These are the little details that can make or break your conversational English on social media. Understanding the difference in tone is critical because what's funny and lighthearted to one person can be offensive to another, especially with these slang terms. It's a great opportunity for English-speaking practice by trying to use them in the right context.
We've covered the basics and the slang. Now let's talk about some of the more nuanced terms and the social etiquette of it all. You can unfriend someone on Facebook, but you unfollow them on Twitter or Instagram. The results are similar, but the verbs are different. It's a simple but important distinction.
Right. And the verbs for sharing are different too. You repost a post on Instagram, you retweet on Twitter, and you share on Facebook. They all mean the same thing, to put someone else's content on your own profile, but the specific verbs are different for each app.
And there are also terms for types of users. A lurker is someone who watches everything on social media but never comments or posts anything themselves. A troll is someone who posts inflammatory or offensive things just to start arguments. You definitely don't want to be a troll. These are important words to know so you can describe people's online behavior even if you don't engage with it yourself.
I remember one time I saw a friend get into a huge argument with someone and I didn't know what was happening. I asked him, "What's going on?" And he just said, "Oh, I'm just getting into a thread with a troll." I had to ask him to explain what a thread was. A thread is a series of connected posts or replies in a discussion. It's a common term on a lot of different platforms.
See, these are the little things that, once you master them, make you sound like you have a true command of English conversation. Understanding these terms is a huge part of your English learning journey. It's not just about grammar. It's about being culturally aware of how people communicate in different contexts.
Exactly. And that's why we hope this episode has been both useful and fun for all of you. Social media is a huge part of our lives, and now you have the language tools to navigate it confidently.
Thank you so much for joining us. We would love to hear from you. What is a social media term or a funny story from your own experience that you found confusing? Share it with us in the comments below. We are eager to hear your experiences.
And before you go, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the MA English channel. Your support helps us create more great content to help you improve English and boost your fluency. We'll see you next time at the MA English Cafe.